Hey, we're live.
We are live.
Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
and we are the Markout
Markout
Movie
Movie
Podcasters. And on today's episode, we're going to be discussing Ernest Saves Christmas. But before we get into that film, little quick, what we watched. All right.
I can't do it. It just the camera angles now.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
But a little quick, what we watched. Let's see.
Not short this week.
Yeah. For me, I watched
I can do it better.
what did I watch?
Maybe I should have done it.
What did you watch?
Okay, at home I watched the documentary Val, which I thought was excellent. So sad. It's a sad story all the way around. I mean, what Hollywood did to him because they thought he was difficult to work with. But he cared about his acting.
This is Val Kilmer, by the way.
Val. Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Just in case kids don't know that.
Kids. He played Batman. Good quote, though, during that documentary. Every kid wants to play Batman. Not every adult wants to continue to play Batman. I think that's how he put it.
I think you said it that way, yeah.
He's very accurate because nobody usually wants to come back.
This is also true.
Except like Keaton and Christian Bale and sometimes Ben Affleck. But I watched that. I thought it was phenomenal. Actually, I would say it's the best documentary I've seen. I haven't seen a lot, though. But then I watched this 2021 film called Zola. It's making me the worst films of the year. Making me worst.
Making your worst film?
I'm trying to speak Irish. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what that was. But
making
yeah.
me. Actually,
making me.
I had a really good friend at Walmart back in the day.
That was Irish?
No, I think it was English.
England.
But he went to Ireland a lot.
Top of the morning to you.
He used to say that to me every single morning at Frozen.
That's Batman. Broderick Thomas Whitfield, my cousin, says that's Batman, talking about Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Did you like him as Batman more than anyone else? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. But go ahead.
My thoughts would be he was the worst Batman I've ever seen. But I understand why now. Because he couldn't
work with the director.
He couldn't perform.
Or that.
You know, he just couldn't act. He couldn't do his job.
He couldn't be an actor. He was a thespian.
Yeah. And
he's like literally like Juilliard trained, right?
Yes. Yes.
And he came in a good class like of people like like right behind Kevin Bacon, and he
I mean that Bacon and Tom Cruise is even in this.
Tom Cruise.
He speaks well of Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I was so surprised because nobody speaks well of Tom.
No.
They don't. But yeah, I still say to this day the best performance in a Western I've ever seen as Doc Holliday. I can't speak any more truthful than that. It was a great documentary. But Zola is just, this is for the audience that likes Spring Breakers. That had James Franco in it. If you like that kind of film, you're probably going to like this. Personally, I hated Spring Breakers. And I did not think this is what... It's kind of like... It feels like a spiritual sequel to that movie. It's got the guy from Fear of the Walking Dead. Candyman. I don't know his name. He was kind of the puppeteer.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. I don't know his name.
He gives a good performance.
Yeah, that guy. I know you're talking about now.
Yeah.
When you said Candyman, I'm like, wait a minute. No, I know you're talking about.
He's like the main villain now in Fear of the Walking Dead, even though I haven't seen it.
Did you just spoil stuff for me?
I haven't seen it. I saw an article about it. I was like, oh, but you can see that coming from if you watch season 1. It's like he's up to something. You know he's no good.
Yeah, but you liked him.
I do like him. Strand's his name in Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, his name's Strand.
But Zola, it's literally one of the worst films of the year for me. I don't like the story. I just don't like it. I don't.
Ashley Hawkins. Coleman
Ashley.
Domingo.
She's talking about Fear. I'm assuming.
Okay, I believe you.
Got to play Strand.
Yeah. Okay, that's a name, real name. That's a strong name. It's a strong name. It's
a strong name.
But so you didn't like Zola?
No, it's not for me.
All right.
I'm not.
What else you watch?
I watched West Side Story today. Let me tell you.
Hot Peanuts. How was it?
Spielberg can do no wrong, man. Like I had my doubts going into this movie. Like Spielberg doing a musical.
You liked a musical?
I typically don't.
But you liked this. You loved this.
I loved this musical. Yes, it best musical of the year, which is not hard to beat.
Well, in the
until Sing 2 comes out.
In the Heights came out.
I liked In the Heights.
Yeah,
but it dragged on a little bit. This movie doesn't drag. It's 2 hours and 37 minutes, and it does not drag.
Okay.
I was into it. I was into the songs. The story, though, I've never seen the original at all.
Me neither. I've never seen it.
It makes me want to watch the original. But Spielberg, the time that the theme of the movie, the time, the setting, it all looks like it's in that era. Which it's Spielberg. I mean, he's good.
Spielberg can't do no wrong with the camera.
No, the way it's shot, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to look at for 2 hours and 37 minutes. The performances are great. Man, I really enjoyed it. I really did.
All right. Tom killed the Vanilla Sky. Broderick Thomas Whitfield says.
The Vanilla Sky.
Meaning, I guess he was terrible in Vanilla Sky. Or maybe he was really good and killed the part. Maybe, I don't know.
No, I'm going to go with he thinks the movie's really bad.
I didn't really care for Vanilla Sky. But
I liked it when I watched. I'm a Tom Hanks. It's not cool to say today.
He did not mean to do that.
Tom. It's too many Toms.
There's a lot of times.
I love Tom Hanks as well, even though it's not cool to say today, because everybody's coming against him. Finally, someone has come against Tom Hanks.
Oh, really?
You didn't know about this?
No, you're gonna tell me? You just told me that the dad from Goldberg got fired. So yeah,
he did. He did. They think Tom Hanks has something to do with pedophilia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and as an actor, I like him. I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that. Yeah. Let me get to what I watched.
Please do.
All right. So
because I don't like talking about that.
Yeah. What I watched is let's see. First thing I want to mention is Belfast, which is a film about like the revolt that happened in Ireland. It's shot in black and white. It's probably a contender for one of the best pictures of the year, best movies of the year. It's actually excellent, very excellent film, excellently shot, directed, and just is great. And then another one is Sing 2.
He watched.
I watched Sing
2. And he loved.
And
I'm assuming.
I loved
he didn't tell me.
I liked it.
Did you see me light up?
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch that movie.
I enjoyed Sing 2. I thought the characters were great. The animation is excellent. Like I love Mitchell's versus the Machine, but the animation in Sing 2 is just next level. Like the fare of the animals and stuff, especially like when they get wet or something like that, it just looks the way that it will look in the sunlight and things like that. It just was well done. And so I give Sing 2 five markouts.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've never seen the first one. But
how are you gonna go into a
sequel? Because they gave it to me to watch, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, I also did rewatch the original Spider-Man trilogy and the reboot 2 films.
And I mentioned something after that. Go ahead.
Oh, Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogies as a whole is just pretty perfect in my opinion. It's just I love the villains. Tobey is my favorite Spider-Man. Still to this day, I love him as Spider-Man. The reboot, Andrew Garfield's.
I thought he meant he was watching Garfield movies.
He did. I don't know. I was so confused. Like, how do you get Spider-Man films and the cat Garfield confused? Only in Aaron's world.
In Aaron's world.
I thought Andrew Garfield's version a little bit too serious, too dark. And they went back with the MTU. Of course, that's fun. So, Andrew Garfield, I felt, is a good Spider-Man, but I don't like the villains in either movie. You know?
Yeah.
And I didn't like Harry Osborn in that sequel. James Franco doesn't get a lot of credit as an actor most of the time, but he was an excellent Harry Osborn, in my opinion.
Okay. Cool.
You're not a big fan of the original trilogy, though, right?
No, I loved it. I didn't like the third one as much, but
yeah,
I
the third one's not.
I really like the second one more.
I think
it felt more like a Raimi film.
Yeah, I think the second one is still to this day the best live action Spider-Man film.
Doc Ock was a better villain than the Green Goblin was.
Think so?
Yeah, in my opinion, like Doc Ock was just so, it makes sense, man. I enjoyed it. But yeah,
Willem Dafoe, though. I mean,
Willem's great. Willem's excellent.
I'm glad he's back.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I know.
Not a spoiler. It's
not
in the trailers.
I'm trying to stay away from it because I do want to watch it. All right. Next movie. Well, it wasn't a movie I watched. I've been watching Hawkeye, and I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I don't want to spoil anything for you. Hawkeye is excellent. It's a great show. It's not the best Marvel Disney Plus show. My favorite one so far has been Loki, followed by WandaVision, and then it will be this. I also liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I wish Brandon could see these shows, but he does not have Disney Plus.
I don't have internet yet.
He doesn't have internet.
It's coming.
I want him to see these so he can like mark out with me about this stuff, because stuff happens. You're like, oh yes, I can't wait. Do you already know stuff?
I mean, I know like some stuff.
Like what?
I don't know anything from Loki other than Owen Wilson's in it. I don't know who he's playing. I don't think I know anything from WandaVision, but I know Black Widow, the new Black Widow. Florence is in Hawkeye, which I figured with how that movie ended.
It is my crush these days. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's some idiot said that she was a. He said that she was bad in Black Widow.
Like horrible?
Yeah. That she's better than this.
Florence Pugh can do no wrong.
That's exactly my opinion, that she can do no wrong.
Have you seen Little Women?
I was gonna go with the other one, but
No, seriously, she stole the show in Little Women.
I think Joe was the best part.
I know you got a thing for Joe.
I do have a thing for Joe,
but
I don't know what it is. Female Joes, I just can't get enough of.
He likes female Joes. Who's the other female Joe you like?
Joey Potter, but
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. It made me wonder, like, who's that?
Josephine.
Okay. But
which she's based off the character from Little Women, Joe.
I did not know that.
Yes.
See,
it all connects.
This man is gonna make me one day watch Dawson's Creek. I know it's gonna happen.
30 years after it's ended, he'll finally watch.
I will. I finished before we get into Ernest, because it's not gonna take long to talk about Ernest. I found.
What do you mean, Vern?
I finally finished. What is it? What was I watching?
He's asking me what he's watching.
Modern Family.
Oh yeah, you finished that.
Yeah. Although it's my second run of watching it. I watched it once before, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to watch it too.
Phil Dunphy is. Ty Burrell is excellent in that show. Ed O'Neill is excellent in that show. Just great cast. Do you want out? I guess, Brandon, you can let him out.
Get him up. All right, Cole. 5 jackets. Probably literally just one.
And just shut it all the way.
No.
There you go. So this is the backstory. Let me tell you a quick backstory. Brandon once broke my door.
He says.
I told him to
put
shut the
fear
door.
in me, no doubt about it.
And he shut the door and it came off the hinge.
I guess I'm just more. I'm like Thor, man. I don't know my own strength.
He's Asgardian. Emphasis on Asgardian. I was just playing with you. But I watched some great stuff. And then also I went back and watched Shang-Chi again.
It's an excellent movie.
It's an excellent movie. Yeah, I'm gonna go back before the end of the year. I'm gonna watch. No, maybe I might.
Aquafina's pretty good in that movie too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might go back and watch Black Widow again, but because I honestly fell asleep on it. So, but I liked it. I just fell asleep towards the end. I was tired. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to Ernest.
I got a quick question, Marvel related.
What we
Black
watched.
Widow or Eternals? Worst Marvel movie for the year for you?
That's interesting.
I know you didn't love.
I would say it's interesting. I would say Eternals.
I agree.
But I like Black Widow and I liked Eternals. I didn't hate them, but I think that Black Widow was more entertaining than Eternals.
I mean, Marvel doesn't. I can't remember the last time Marvel actually made a bad movie.
But
maybe
Thor Dark World, yeah. but I would say that with the Eternals, I really enjoyed the like the Superman type guy.
Yeah.
Prometheus, whatever the hell his name is, the dude that flew near the sun.
Spoilers.
No, that's literally like he's based off of Greek something or another. If somebody knows that, oh, y'all killing me, small. So Jerry Esker says in Spider-Man, what is it? What about the Sandman? Yeah, I heard he's gonna be in this new one,
but he's not listed on IMDb.
I think they want to. Oh man! All right, I want to spoil Hawkeye for you, but I don't want to. I want you to watch it and be like pop when you see stuff.
Pop when I see stuff.
Yeah.
He wants me to pop.
Yeah, you know what I mean. As wrestling term pop, but yeah, cheap pop. But no, I want you to like see it and be like, oh yes, that's cool. Can I? Yeah, I won't do it. I won't do it. Anyway, yes, good show, great show. All right, let's get to Ernest Saves Christmas. All right, I will try to play a little bit of the trailer. Let's see. Share screen and share with audio. Let's see, Chrome.
Boom, boom. Doing the Jeopardy.
All right, let's go ahead and click on this one. We can't hear this, but you can hear us.
You don't like flying.
That's important, isn't it?
Did you know
I have lived my life in the fast lane.
The guy that was in the airport, you kind of like the same dude that was talking to John McClane at the beginning of Die Hard. Is this not Die Hard? What? This what? That wasn't Die Hard. What
Do you really think you have a chance against us, cowboy?
Say Ernest. All right, I'm done. All right.
Oh, you gotta love it. You got to love it.
Anyway, we're talking about Ernest Saves Christmas. I was like, what? It's like that dude isn't in the movie. I'm like, did they even? I thought I missed something. I'm like, then the moment I see Hans Gruber, I'm like, oh, okay.
Hey, you know his name.
They made a fake trailer. All right, Ernest.
Ernest.
Oh,
you gonna tell us what it's about?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Ernest helps Santa Claus as he searches for his successor. This movie came out, 88? 1988. Starring the late, great Jim Varney, who is the best thing about this movie. Douglas Seal as Santa. Oliver Clark as Joe Carruthers. Noel Parker as Harmony. Then there's Garland Sartain as Chuck. And Billy Bird as Maria. Who cares? And then that other dude, what's that? Bob. What's his name? His name Bob, right?
Which character?
The dude that doesn't really talk much. He just he's a skinny.
Yeah, Bob.
Bob, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and give us some markouts for this crappy movie.
Hey! The numbers, not the markout. We haven't even talked about it.
The numbers, my bad.
God. Well, we all know what Aaron's going to think about this movie. It got a 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's got a 44% on TV Guide. 84% like it on Google. It's got good numbers on Google.
Google likes anything.
It's got a 36% Rotten Tomato score with a 42% audience score.
Let me know what your thoughts is of Ernest Saves Christmas. I was gonna say Ernest Goes to Jail. So
I watched that a few months back. That was still a very decent film.
Goes to Jail.
Yeah.
So it was Ernest Goes to Camp is the first film, and then
That's
this
the one I've been really wanting to
this
go
is
back.
the sequel to that movie.
So this is the second?
I think this is the second one. But
What you drinking there, Aaron?
oh, me? Perrier, because I'm fancy. Anyway,
Is that like a fancy Sprite or something?
it's like a carbonated water.
Ah.
It's what us yuppies drink.
Aaron
just
does
playing.
drink some weird stuff. Let me tell you.
Boy, it sounds weird. It sounds like I'm like R. Kelly drinking like urine or something.
Last week,
what,
he gave me, what's it called?
it was like
I hope you know what you drink.
no. It's called a
Yeah, is it,
Cheerwine. No, not Cheerwine. It's the L8. L8.
yeah, it's a number 8, all right.
L8. You didn't like it?
It's a required taste.
Mine was 0 sugars because I don't rock out with a lot of sugars. But yeah,
that's very smart actually.
But yeah, I still drink stuff with sugars, but I just limit the sugars. Limited amount of sugars. But anyway, limitations. But anyway, back to Ernest.
Why does Brennan have my red and black shirt on? I didn't know you were Mick Foley, Andy, but okay.
Andy may be Mick Foley. He kind of comes off as a little Mick Foley. Quick, someone check Andy's ear. Does Andy have every part of his lobe? That lets me know whether or not he's Mick.
If you can get to his ear.
He lives in Russellville. I'm not going nowhere near that place.
I don't know what your deal with Russellville is. But he says something every week I come over. Oh, you got sick. You ate something from Russellville.
He did eat something from Walmart in Russellville.
I did. But it is what it is.
But anyway, back to old P. World. So he is a cab driver now in life. And
yeah, I feel like their jobs change every movie.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't really realize that growing up watching them. I just was paying attention to Ernest.
I do remember really enjoying Ernest Scared Stupid more than this.
That's the Halloween film, right?
Yeah. I always thought that was cool. I'm not sure how much any of these really hold up, but I really enjoyed that one.
I still liked Ernest Goes to Jail. So,
yeah.
But that's the only one I've recently seen. So, besides Ernest Saves Christmas.
He's such a great actor.
He was.
People, and I'm not being funny. The guy, oh man, the characters that he busts out in this film, every time, like when the movie slows down when he's not on screen. Honestly, it really just feels like you just want to see more Ernest or Santa. Honestly, we mentioned that.
I got vibes from Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah,
with the guy that played Santa. It was genuine, and I did really like his character and his performance. I thought he was just a genuine nice guy. I believed it, and I believed he couldn't do no wrong. It gives me hope for this world.
Now, what's your thoughts on Bob, and also Bob? What's the other guy's name? The one with the eyes. Every time he moves his eyes back and forth, like it's a weird. I can't do it. Dart my eyes really fast. I mean, it's a talent, I guess. He made a living off of doing that with his eyes.
Did he?
I guess he was in every single Ernest P. World movie.
Well, I assumed they were all
maybe not
friends. I mean,
yeah. It's like your boy
Sandler.
Yeah, see, we've been together so long, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like one of those things where his crew, you're gonna bring your friends with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a fun shoot. It may not turn out right, but it may be one of the worst films of the year. But I'm gonna have fun doing it.
Yep. I wonder if it was considered the worst film in '88.
Ernest Saves Christmas
came out same year as. Did this come out same year as Scrooge?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think it was 88.
Completely two different Christmas films, but
Completely two different Christmas films.
Uh,
I didn't even think about that until just now. It's a coincidence. We weren't even planning on that. We're like,
no, this was this choice this week was selective, I guess you could say. We're very selective what we could watch. But one I do like, I love Jim in this movie. I mean, Jim is him as Ernest. It's gold every time at least from my memory, it was always gold.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen a performance as Ernest being bad. So I have to say that aspect of it, it still holds up. He still holds up as Ernest.
And it's funny, Jim Varney, who was from Kentucky.
I know what you mean, Vern.
I know what you mean, Vern. We never see Vern, but that's a running gag in all his stuff.
I always took it Vern was the audience.
Yeah, Vern doesn't want to have anything to do with him, but because he ruins Vern, like he wrecks his house. Like I'm pretty sure he breaks the chandelier and tears up his china. He's just like, he's not, but he don't mean to do this. Like, but just he's so funny. But Jim Varney, nonetheless, he wasn't he in not Problems. Wasn't he in a movie where he played like a villain, but it wasn't an Ernest movie.
Okay, like Three Ninjas at High.
Maybe that's what it was.
High New Mountain or something.
But
Hulk Hogan was in it.
I thought he did a really good job.
He was.
But I'm used to seeing him as
one of the villains.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing him as Ernest P. Worrell, but he wasn't Ernest in whatever movie that was.
He also did a really good job as a villain in Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah.
Like I was more intrigued at times with him playing the villain than he was as Ernest. He was, to his credit, man, he really dove into his roles. He really did.
Yeah, Ernest Goes to Jail was in 1990. Ernest Saves Christmas 88. Ernest Goes to Camp 87.
Sometimes it happens.
What was that?
I speak in tongues sometimes when I sneeze.
Ernest Scared Stupid 91. Ernest Goes to School in 94. Where's the rest of the Ernest? That's the movie I was thinking of. Beverly Hillbillies. Because he played. He played the dad.
Jed, right?
Jed Clampett, and he did such a great job as Jed Clampett.
I know it's controversial to say. I liked him better than the guy that played him in the TV show. Ooh. I did. I really did.
When I think about the guy that played him in the TV show, he also in a movie. He played in a horror movie when he was older. I want to say The Blob. He was in a movie like that. I might be wrong, but he's in a movie where I recognized him, but he wasn't like a main character.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I mean, I never really want to watch Beverly Hillbillies, but I'll watch that movie. I'll watch that movie even now because I always enjoyed the movie.
I love the movie. I love the show as well.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I liked it. So.
When I would visit my uncle, he would always have that show on. That and the A-Team.
Andy says, "Why you gotta hate?" And then also Bang Bang.
Who you banging?
Oh Lord.
Yes, he will not like that.
Is it his wife?
Yes.
Hopefully, huh? Andy, I don't know what's going on in your life, buddy.
Bang bang.
Mick Foley. Okay, that's good. That makes sense. But what were your thoughts on what was your favorite character that Jim Varney played in this film? Would it be the snake guy? I love the snake guy.
Yeah, the snake guy was. I almost forgot. Then it just hit me.
That's how it was with me too. I totally forgot about that. I'm like, oh yeah, he doesn't he show up as a snake wrangler, and then he does.
Yeah, that was probably my funniest part of the movie. Actually, revisiting it, and it was.
I got some snakes.
Yeah, I mean he just nailed it. I mean,
my Porsche. I gave my boy here a snake last year. Rock of Ages, clap for me. It's just like what? It's so funny. Oh, so good.
It's good to see Aaron do characters on the podcast.
And then he
y'all remember when he got on to me for doing voices? Look at him. Look, he's grown so much. I'm so proud.
But there's also that when they dump the snakes in the truck with them, He's just like, oh yeah, he's like, I untangle him later. He's like, ooh, you know, just like, oh, just so good. I never really cared for his grandma character, his mother character.
Really, you didn't like
Yeah,
her?
I never really like in any movie that he's in where he does that character. I never really like that. He had. I loved his, um, like whatever he was to the mayor, the governor,
Oh yeah,
like the assistant to the governor with the niece, the governor's niece.
yeah.
Yeah, that girl. Let's talk about her.
Let's talk about the girl.
Holly. What's her name? Holly. What was her name?
That I really don't remember.
I don't
I
know.
know the guy that's being recruited to be Santa is Joe.
I think her name's some Pamela Starr. Pamela, but her name was fake. She gave a fake name in this film. But yeah, played by Noelle Parker. Her name's Harmony. Harmony Starr.
Hmm.
So you said she was annoying.
Well, technically you said it.
I did.
I agree, but I feel, I don't know. She's not a very good person when you meet her. She's not a very good person in the middle of the movie. She doesn't actually become a good person to the end of the movie. But then again, I'm not so sure she's a good person. She's
probably not.
It's Christmas. She's kind of like Buzz to me in Home Alone.
Ooh, that's a good comparison.
You don't really like, but they seem to find some humanity towards the end of the movie. But you know it's not going to last long. Which with Buzz, it never did. That's the comparison I would say with her. I didn't like her. She served her purpose for the Santa story arc. But other than that, I mean, when she was on screen, I was hoping she would leave. I wanted more Santa, honestly. The guy that's playing Santa in this movie.
Yeah, and Joe Carruthers was like the guy that Santa. So the storyline is in this is Santa Claus has been Santa for like so many centuries,
Almost 100 years.
Yeah, and so he says it's time for him to pass over the mantle of Santa to the next Santa, which is funny because that's pretty much the plot in the Santa Claus with Tim Allen in the sense of that Santa just happened to die, and Tim Allen became the next, Santa because it's just that you pass on being Santa. There's not just one Santa for the, all of Santaness. It's inherited or whatever. So Joe Carruthers is selected to be the next Santa, but he's also a Hollywood star that is getting a big break in the horror film. But he's not comfortable cussing in front of children and displaying violence in front of children. But he's pretty much got to sell his soul if he wants to make money to be in the business.
Well,
and it's interesting.
That is the business, though. I mean,
yeah.
Really, you get down to it, it pretty much is. From everything I've experienced and talking to people that have experienced it, like one woman, one of my teachers in Brentwood, when I was taking acting class up there, said that they were trying to force her on the couch, as they call it.
We know what the couch is.
To get her big role. So I was like 21, 22 years old at that time.
Dang.
She said it's not just women it happens to. It happens to men. And it says don't ever put yourself in that position. If they say something on a couch, you run. She ran. Her friend that she was with did not. Her friend got big roles because of it. Yeah. So.
That's that. And that's pretty much, if you watch Scream 3, that's pretty much because Sidney Prescott's mother was put on the couch. And she was pretty much pimped out at Hollywood parties and ended up having a son, Roman, and he ended up killing people later on because his mother didn't want to have anything to do with him. And she was also a lady of loose morals because of what happened to her from that Hollywood couch and sexual crime. So it's all connected. It's crazy that and that was produced by the Weinsteins, no less. That's meta. But yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
He did. But anyway, So,
Aaron T. Whitlow.
so let's see. Back to
Aaron,
Ernest.
Andy has a question.
And did he?
He says, "I have a question."
Where? Oh yeah, I have a question. Go ahead, Andy. Why does Brandon have? Okay, what's your question, Andy? That's 14 minutes ago. Are you still tuning in?
Probably not.
All right. But anyway, Ernest. Oh boy. So this movie. Do you feel like that? I don't know if it was a theatrical film or it was straight to DVD or VHS.
I really couldn't say.
Do you feel like if it was a theatrical movie, it was not a good theatrical film? Like a probably not good run?
Probably not.
I mean, it came out same years.
Did it, like, do you remember any of his films going to theaters?
I've never seen any of them in movie theaters.
I thought maybe Ernest Goes to Jail with
maybe Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Camp.
But like I never watched them in theaters. I wasn't allowed to go. So I always saw them when they came out on VHS. I rented them. That's how I watched them. So, I don't know if it went to theaters or not.
This is what it grossed.
So it must have went. It did pretty well for 1988.
Yeah.
Did better than any Friday 13th movie did.
I wonder what. Era. Yeah, it's true. I wonder what Ernest, what it came out against. Came out in November in '88, so it came out directly against Scrooged. It lost to Scrooge. Let's be real.
But still did pretty good.
It did pretty good. It probably was like maybe I don't know maybe 2 or 3.
Because those numbers would be probably a little bit over 100 million today. Coming out like that. So
I mean, it is enough to
do more,
warrant more movies. Yeah. So they had something.
Look, I don't dislike the movie as much as he does.
No, it's not that I dislike it either. Like I was watching this movie yesterday, and I actually was having fun watching it. It reminded me of being a kid again, watching this movie. Of course, there's some things in it that don't really hold up well, but but nonetheless, it still is a movie with heart, and a good message.
Oh, I think anytime you have Ernest on screen, you're gonna have nothing.
It made me miss Jim Barney.
Yeah,
it really did.
Yeah, I totally could see that. I mean, I felt that. Anytime I watch him, though, I feel like, man, I wish this guy was still alive, still doing Ernest. Paul Rubens is lucky that he gets an opportunity to do Pee Wee Herman still to this day.
Yeah, Ernest, not Ernest, but Jim passed from throat cancer, I believe, is what took him out. But yeah, man, he just his character, and it didn't seem like he was ever mad about or reluctant to play Ernest. I think that it seems like he was always thankful for the character of Ernest. You know,
I mean, that's what people know him for.
It's like, like I don't think now. I think Jaleel White has now come more around to Urkel. I think at some point he was like, I'm over the whole Urkel thing, but I think it's okay. Embrace what people know you as. Urkel, Ralph
had the same issue with Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like for no matter what movie Carl Winslow's in, I can't even think of it. Some Bell Johnson, something. Reginald Bell Johnson. Yeah, he's gonna always be Carl Winslow. I don't care, but it's nothing. It's nothing against you being that character. It's just that we look at you as that character and like celebrate you as that character. It's like I'm gonna always refer to Alfonso Rivera as Carlton. He's Carlton.
Well, I mean, that's all he really had, too. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, but a lot of people get typecasted and they want
Mario Lopez.
He's AC Slater.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like,
he's the one that really embraced that of all that.
Of all the crew,
besides Dustin Diamond, he played Screech, of course. But of the main cast that wanted to further their careers, Mario really embraced AC Slater and Saved by the Bell,
and didn't like.
And Mark Paul did not. He hated the character Zach Morris, for a long time,
Until
but he's
now,
back.
because he needs money.
No, not because he needs money. He's on that hit show on ABC.
What is
Blackish?
From oh, you mean
One of the spinoffs.
the Mixes?
Yeah, that one.
Mix-ish. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying though. But Jim Varney,
Yeah, he embraced it.
He embraced it. Yeah, and even Paul Rubens didn't embrace Pee Wee for a while. He tried to get away from it, but I think now he's cool with.
He should be grateful.
Yeah, I mean he survived big controversy. You remember that.
I remember when it came out, I was still a small child. I didn't know what that was. So
I remember seeing a joke on In Living Color where Jim Carrey was playing him, and and he,
two of my favorite people.
and Jim said, and he pulled out the new Pee Wee Herman doll with the robo arm, and it doing the motion.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, Pee Wee, you didn't do that, Pee Wee, did you? But anyway, but yeah, I still like you, Paul Rubens.
I love you, Paul.
It was like Jim. It was like Ernest P. Worrell and Paul Rubens, and it just. I seen something one day, like a video. I didn't see it. I didn't watch it though, but it says a rare footage of Ernest P. Worrell meeting Robin Williams, and they were like.
I bet that was a
interesting little. Because if you think about it, both of them were really great at characters. I mean, if you think about it, they were both really like. You can't, people. Yes, Robin was more known than Jim Varney, but you can't deny that both of those were excellent at creating characters and coming up and disappearing into those characters. And I like them both. Of course, Robin is freaking Robin Williams, but
I'll always consider Robin the GOAT when it comes to comedy. I can't. You could debate it with certain people.
He's one of those guys like you just want to like when you see a movie of Robin Williams film, you really want to like it just makes you smile. Like Mrs. Doubtfire makes you smile. Jack, makes you smile. Hook, like Hook. Like just like
I even still like Flubber.
Flubber, yeah, Flubber.
I really do.
What's the one where he's a doctor?
Patch Adams. I would say that's to me that's his best work as an actor because not only is he funny, he's dramatic in that movie.
Yep.
And he, of course,
I also like him in 1 Hour Photo. It's just strange. He's strange, but he's that good of an actor that he can just disappear into a role.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, oh wow, man. But yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, we got into Robin Williams, but it's good though because Robin and Jim were both really great at being characters and embracing the character that they created.
I couldn't agree more. I think Jim, I don't know. He was obviously typecasted as Ernest, and a lot of people didn't want to give him more freedom to create other characters other than Ernest. But when he got, like we brought up earlier, Beverly Hills, Hillbillies. The Beverly Hillbillies. I don't know why I said Beverly Hills. It's in Beverly Hills, but the Beverly Hillbillies. When he got that role, I remember I didn't even know it was him at first.
Oh, really?
Like, I hadn't watched any of the trailers to it. I remember I was a fan of the show, so that's why I was watching.
I forget that he does the voice of Slinky.
Yeah.
Slinky
Toy Story. Yeah. Like, he disappeared in the row as Jed, and every time I see him, he would disappear in a row. I mean, he was truly one of the great comics of our era. I mean, no denying that. Like,
I just seen
he give anybody money, the run for their money.
There's a movie that he's in that I totally forgot that he was in called Fast Food. It came out like in '89. He wasn't playing Ernest. He was just playing a different character. But it was a movie that I absolutely loved. And it was like a little cheap, low budget, straight to DVD video, not DVD, straight to VHS. But man, it was so I liked it. I probably won't as much now, but I remember as a kid I liked it. Maybe because it's Jim Varney in there, and maybe also in '88 I probably didn't understand the difference between, Ernest P. Worrell and Jim Varney. Like, so if I'm seeing him, I'm just thinking, oh, he's just playing another character from in here,
True. But I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
As far as Ernest Saves Christmas,
does he save it?
He does, actually, in a way.
In the nick of time.
In the nick of time. What did you think of the Joe's agent? I figure we got to talk a little bit about the movie.
Yeah.
Some secondary characters. Who was trying to prevent Santa from talking to Joe throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
What did you think of his
sleazy slime ball type of guy? That's what I thought he was. Like, you know how we had that guy in Scrooge. You know what I'm talking about? The dude clamp guy from
the blonde hair
Gremlins too.
Buddy, I'm your number one fan.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. But a cheaper version. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he reminded me of the guy from the Breakfast Club, the teacher. Oh, he's got
principal?
that face.
The principal?
Yeah.
The one that says mess with the bull?
Was he a principal or was he a teacher?
He is a principal.
He's a principal in that movie?
He seems like a principal.
He does seem like one, but I always thought he was a teacher.
Yeah, he comes off as a principal. He has a swagger.
One more Bender?
He has a swagger of a principal.
He does have a swagger of a principal.
Yep.
He also wants to ruin kids' lives. I don't like that.
He wants to give them the horns.
Give you the horns, yeah.
Mess with the bull.
Great villain in the movie, though.
Yeah. I'm busting. If I had to come here again, I'm busting skulls.
Man, he would.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't get away with that today.
I love when he popped up in. Remember that movie, Another Teen Movie? He popped back up.
Oh yeah,
as the same role.
Character, yeah.
I loved it. I was like, I marked out just seeing that. I think it was one of his last roles before he passed away. I believe he's gone now. He also played. He's also Van Wilder's dad in Van Wilder.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was always good to see him. He always was a good character actor.
I think it's the same guy, right?
Okay. Same guy.
Okay.
Well, actually,
or am I wrong?
No, he's like the dean. He's not the dean, but he's trying to get Van Wilder kicked out of school.
Okay, that's
Tim Matheson is the dad.
Okay. Tim Matheson.
I know way too much about this stuff, right?
Way too much.
That's why I do a podcast.
Scary. That's right, but I'm appreciative. But so. Yeah, so what did I think about him? I thought he was very, I don't know, that was his thing, right? Like he didn't really have a good point of trying to keep Santa away from Joe. I think that he just wanted to keep him away from him because
Joe's his money.
Yeah, Joe's his money. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. But yeah, but Joe, like pretty much toyed with the idea of becoming Santa Claus, and but ultimately I always hated it when he shaved.
Yeah, he didn't look right.
Yeah, like his face is meant for a beard. He's just like yours.
Thank you again.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Come back again.
It's not racist at all.
I don't even. No, it's not meant to be racist, but it's it's always from the movie. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Yeah, I remember that. What
I apologize if I offended anyone.
You probably offended like the two people that made the dance. Anyway, no, it's right.
No, I used to say it all the time, like after a movie came out, and no one would get offended. They was like, "Man, you can't say that in public." I was like, "Why not?" It's from a comedy movie. I'm just being silly. I'm being me. I'm just being my silly self. So no, you can't say it's racist. I said I know racist, and that is not racist.
Brandon knows a lot of racist.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Some of his closest family members are racist.
Hey! We don't talk about that.
But I'm racist on my mother's side. That's funny. But
on my mom's side, there is no racist.
Because she seems like a sweet lady.
She is sweet.
Mother Spivey.
Very nice.
Mama Spivey. But anyway, so what's the subplot? What do you think about the subplot with the reindeer? And
that's a very little subplot.
And the guy with the eyes, and the guy that's his friend. I don't know. They just in the warehouse the whole movie, and the reindeer are going
I
into
feel honestly is what I felt like.
the funniest part with that though is when the animal control came in.
Yeah, I love that part.
No,
this is
oh, you meant flying reindeer. Oh, that's not us. You need air traffic control.
yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, I love that. But as far as the reindeer and his two buddies that don't know him in this movie,
Yep.
Just to pass time by. It's filler.
Yep.
It's all it felt like. I remember a lot of people talking about filler during The Walking Dead. It's when you get to a certain point, certain episode, it's just filler episodes until the end. That's kind of how I felt here. I felt those characters and that storyline was just filler.
Yeah, I agree. Wait a minute.
What?
Why? So I'm looking at us live, and it's showing this on there.
You mean the whole time? Well, I mean,
we're not.
Maybe you forgot to take it off.
Okay, no, I'm okay. Cancel. Okay, that's fine. Screen sharing was canceled. Make sure you click share. And okay, it's canceled as far as I know.
Only at the Markout Movie Podcast.
Look, now, are we frozen?
No, we're still.
Well, you're moving.
I'm moving. I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. How about yourself?
I am. I'm having a good time.
I'm always having a good time.
Anyway, all right. So, all right, let's go ahead. So, the biggest turning point, the conflict in this film.
Turd. The biggest turning point.
Well, there's another little turning point. So So you have Santa who goes to jail.
Yes.
We forget about Santa going to jail because the Marty, the agent guy, locks him up. He sends him to the jail for I don't know. Who knows what he
impersonating Santa is what I was going to say, but
it's very similar to Miracle on 31st. Doesn't he go to jail?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's a whole trial there.
Yeah, and I remember the little girl. I keep thinking about that. I think about the remake, of course, because
I have never seen the original, but I'm going to soon.
Like before Christmas?
Yeah.
Do you own it?
Mm-hmm. I bought it last week. Dawson actually picked it, so I was like, okay, we'll watch it before Christmas.
He is not going to be into it. Good luck, kid.
He's not, huh?
I don't know. It's old. It's an old movie.
I told him it was old. I told him it wasn't the
black and white.
Yeah.
Does he even watch black and white movies?
He's going to.
Oh, he will. Oh, you will. But anyway, all right.
I think he'll watch it. I mean, he's really into watching Christmas this year with me. So
the subplot of Santa goes to jail. Ernest is trying to find Santa because Ernest has Santa's bag. Santa's bag pull out fish trophies. I don't know, stupid stuff. Anyway, and then Ernest then goes finds Santa, and then another subplot is girl, the Harmony Star is wanting to steal the bag.
Yeah.
For what reason? I don't know. Because that's what she does is steal. I don't know. Maybe she feels like it can get her. She can get something to. I don't know.
She's wanting it for herself. That's selfish reasons.
Yeah. And then she finally grows a heart, and
she grows a heart for the stupidest reason. Because this kid's telling his little sister Santa's not real.
And she's like,
"That's like, let me turn the switch. He is too real."
I met him. Yeah, you don't seem like a crazy person. But yeah, so now Santa is at the Children's Museum talking to Miss Mary, who was Mrs. Feldman, and so she's also in Home Alone. She's like the lady that Catherine O'Hara like bargained pretty much everything she had to buy her airplane tickets. She's also been in so many things. I think she's sounded like the voice. Literally, she sounded like the voice of the grandmother from the Looney Tunes. Does that not come up? Does she not come off? Like, I remember seeing her in so many things. Just that old lady, she's one of the few old ladies that I remember. Her and Jessica Tandy, and the lady from Throw Mom from the Train, and then the lady from Poltergeist, the really really short one.
Yeah.
This house is clean. I can't do her impersonation, but anyway.
I would have to watch Poltergeist again to even remember her.
You remember how the show.
I know her.
Can you see her face?
I can see her face, but I just can't hear her voice.
Her face, that's fine. I can.
Don't you just love a pulling man and he does it? I love it.
Yeah, but anyway, so what were your thoughts on these subplots?
Honestly, after watching the movie, I was kind of wanting to see where Santa and this woman went off to. Like,
they went to get some hot chocolate.
Their story arc I really liked. It felt rushed.
Santa,
but I liked it.
Santa's with this lady. They look like they're the same age, but we all know Santa old.
He old.
He says he's over.
He's at least over. He's got to be about 150.
Yeah.
Because he came Santa when he was old. He don't age.
He dating a younger lady.
Yeah.
He robbing the cradle. Although they kind of look the same age.
Some things you just can't say.
But anyway,
you can't say Santa Claus is doing that. I mean, you just can't say that.
Have you not seen Bad Santa? He does a lot of stuff.
I almost bought that today, but I chose not to.
Yeah, I never really.
A little inappropriate.
People don't probably like this, but I never really liked that movie.
I love it.
I'm just not a big Billy Bob Thornton.
I don't want to watch it during Christmas. Even though it is a Christmas comedy, I don't want to watch it.
I was going to watch Office Christmas Party because I haven't seen it. Jeez.
Do it. Do what you want. My bad.
Don't do it.
I like him too.
Who?
Of
course you forget. Anyway,
what's his name?
We cannot let this thing go to an hour. Anyway, this is freaking Ernest P. Worrell.
Yes, it is. It's Ernest.
It is Ernest. The importance of being Ernest P. Worrell. Anyway, you ready to give your marks? Oh, what happens at the end? Let's tell the people what happened.
Well, Ernest gets in the sleigh.
With the elves.
Yeah,
because they were trying to say it's elms.
Yeah,
but she says it's elves.
Yeah,
you have an ID, and they said hello.
That was just dumb. But
they were literally from I'm pretty sure they were from Wizard of Oz. I'm not even lying. I'm pretty sure these people were from Wizard of Oz.
That'd be 50-something years later.
They were really old. They're really old munchkins. Little people.
Munchkin land, come on down to Munchkin land. I know, it's terrible. I love it.
Anyway, so he gets in the sleigh, and he calls the reindeers names, and they going on this adventure, go around the earth and everything. Finally stopped right at the Children's Museum. Santa is now Santa. Joe is now Santa. Santa is now retired. Joe gets his sack now because the chick came. Harmony came, and Harmony's gonna go home to her parents. I don't know why I got air quotes. She's gonna go home.
You're Joey Tribbiani?
Tribbiani, yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then
why are you doing this?
And then what else?
I need to watch Friends again.
They're doing yeah, so Santa Joe was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let Ernest drive and let this girl be like an honorary elf, and then they all go to deliver Christmas to the kids. And old Santa is sitting there with Miss Mary, and they're like, hey, let's go on a date. And they're like, all right, let's go. And it's snowing.
Yeah.
And
because they one did at the beginning, wanted snow for Christmas.
Yep, and he did it.
We didn't even mention that. That was a little subplot as well.
Yep. And that's the end of the movie. Excuse me. That's how boring it was. No, it's boring. And
I can't wait to see his marks.
All right, I'm gonna give this movie 3 markouts out of 5.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to go higher than me, even though he did. He acts like he hated it. I'm going to give it 2.5 out of 5. I felt it's okay, but there's a lot that didn't work for me. There's a lot that wasn't funny outside of Jim Varney as Ernest. The most positive things I could say would be Jim and the guy that played Santa.
Yeah,
Other than that,
I know what you mean, Vern.
You know what I mean, Vern?
I know what you mean, Vern.
Other than that, I didn't. It was passable. Like, you can watch this movie, not really pay attention, and it's passable. You can just hear it, for background noise. For me, anyway. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody. I know there's probably a lot of people that love Ernest Saves Christmas still to this day. So
probably on their little Christmas bucket list.
Why not, Aaron? Why not?
Because I would rather put 8-bit on there.
Well, of course you'd rather do that. It's going to be one of your best films of the year.
Absolutely. But anyway.
And it might make mine. There's a lot on my list, so I don't know.
Oh, well, you going to push it off, put Zola on there?
Maybe honorable mentions,
Maybe. You see. All right.
See, I went to theater more than you did, so.
You did. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and stop the podcast. I'm not going to say the words that I usually say. Killing the dog.
You just did.
All right. But in next week's episode, we will be reviewing. It's the Christmas episode. Actually, ain't it? Yeah. We will be reviewing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be exciting. And then after that, what is it? It's like our
we're kind of doing 2 though, right?
Yep.
Are we doing?
Go ahead and explain it.
Okay, here's what we're doing. I don't know how we're going to do it. I mean, I know how we're doing it, but I don't know if it's going to be all in the same episode or if it's going to be like a bonus episode. But
maybe not.
All right, after that, after vacation, after the Griswolds, we're going to do the best and worst films of 2021. But as a bonus episode, we're doing the most anticipated 2022 films.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how many do you want as far as anticipated. Do you want like top 15, top 20? What?
We might can squeeze out 20.
20. I got like 40 on the list. So.
I know. That's why. That's why. Because this dude, he's.
I look it up, man. I look it up.
He already has his list together. I ain't did nothing.
I mean, I have what's on the list. I don't have it together. Okay, best and worst films. How many? Best.
You can put me on the spot.
I think last year we did top 25 with 5 honorable mentions.
Let's try 20.
20, okay. And worst?
Let's try 10.
That's our usual 10.
Yeah.
No honorable mentions.
We'll see. If I gotta see.
I could put honorable mentions.
You could.
I can.
Because you see more stuff than I do, Brandon.
And I don't know how. I'm limited.
Regal Unlimited. That's why. Sponsored by Regal. I wish Regal send us money and we'll talk about you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm one of your most loyal customers.
Yeah, especially when your electricity's back on.
Yeah, is it back on?
No.
I didn't go there.
We're not. It's still in the dark. For those that doesn't know, all serious talk. We had last week Bowling Green and Mayfield and Dawesville, something like that. I don't know the other name of the town, but Kentucky was hit by a tornado and a lot of people died. There's several different places. Don't fall for no scams, but there is several different ways you can kind of help out. Contact
That's terrible,
America Red Cross. Contact just different avenues. Just look up. But I would, if you definitely want to help out, definitely look around. Right now, a lot of places don't really need a lot of clothes because they have an abundance of clothes. But they can always use diapers and things like that. And also pray for the people that's been displaced.
Absolutely.
And homes is taken away from them. And then pray for families who literally lost people. There's like over 70 plus deaths in Kentucky. Here in Bowling Green, it's like up to 16 or 17. And they're still doing rescues or recoveries. Seriously, this is serious, man. I hate that. We hated. I hated to hear about it. I thank God that our house. It came kind of close to us.
Yeah,
but
it came real close to y'all.
Yeah, but it didn't affect it. I just thank God. But I hated that anybody lost their life. So yeah, that's being
absolutely.
serious. Anything you want to say?
Just be grateful that you're still here. If you're from Kentucky, yeah, I was telling my son the other day, even yesterday, to be grateful that you're still alive. That you never know when your time's coming, so you just be grateful, and we be grateful that people are still here, whether you like them or you don't. It's human life we're talking about, so be grateful.
Life is precious. Yeah, seriously. I can't imagine what it's like for anybody losing like whole families.
Yeah.
Whole families, man. It's crazy. And yes.
Yeah, just driving up here to seeing the destruction it made. I was like, man. First thought was like, you're lucky.
Yeah.
People around this division are lucky. Like,
yeah,
truly, I mean,
could have came this way. It literally could have came.
It looked like it was on its way.
Yeah, and then just maybe diverted and went a different way. But just, but I hate that for anyone that lost their life. But anyway, that's my dog. Anyway, we thank you for listening to this podcast and watching this podcast. I'm Aaron.
I'm Brandon.
Thank you for marking out with us. We thank you for marking out with us, and let me end it properly. Oh, yeah, still.